right. You can pick up this stuff. You stop talking. Get out your spiral number. Get started on your morning work.
It's not true. It's all boring. No, okay. I don't like it. I'm in my kid. I got one question. That's not
Be quiet. All right, I'm gonna come back and check what you already have to see if you have the correct answer. Look at the paper that says. Y'all been here too long. will be still right. Y'all should, the first thing you should do is write the questions down. Then after you write the questions down, then you should go back and start working them out. But you need to write the question down first. No. All right, so we're going to start going over the problems, okay? So the first problem, okay, is OA2, which is operations and algebraic thinking. It says write and evaluate. And I told you when you write something, you write it down. Evaluate means what? What does evaluate mean? When you evaluate something, what do you do? Evaluate. Evaluate means find the answer. Okay. When you find the answer, that's when you evaluate something. Just like you go to the doctor is figuring out what's going on with you. They're trying to figure out what's wrong. So when you evaluate something, you find the answer to it. Okay. You look at it and then you figure out what's going on with it. Okay. So that's what we do when we evaluate. So it says the quotient. What does quotient mean? Divide. We talked about that one yesterday, right? Quotient means to divide. All right. So it says the quotient of 10 and 2. So we're going to divide what? 10 and 2. So 10 divided by 2. And then what are we going to do? What does it say to do next? Plus 3. So plus 3. So what do we do first? Divide or add? Divide. Divide first. 10 divided by 2 is what? 5. And 5 plus 3 equals 8. Oh, yeah, I did that wrong. You had 5 plus 5. It should have been 5 plus 3. And I checked it. No. You did that the first time. All right, so that's the answer to number 1. 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 5 plus 3, which is 8. All right, number 2. Read that one for me, Thomas Hartman, right here. Thomas. All right, so there one box of pens is 128. And we want to do this how many times? 35 times. So we're going to take one box times 35 more boxes. And that's how we find our answer to 128 plus times 35. All right. So 128 times 35. 8 times 5 is what? 40. So put your 4 down. Put your 0 down, carry your 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 4? 14. So put your 4 down, carry your 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1, 6. All right, second row, start with a 0. 8 times 3, 24. Carry your 2. 2 times 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 3 times 1, 3. 0, 8, 14, 4. So 4,480 pens. That's what your answer should be. Did you figure it out, Tom? Okay, 4,480 pens. You had 5. So you had like 100 pens up. All right. Anybody have any questions? Good. All right. So that row that says 3840. Okay. So you know what you did wrong. Good. That's what it's all about. Making sure you know what's going on so you can check it to see what you did wrong. Good job. That's what I'm saying. Did you go back and get it? Okay. Go back. All right. Number 3. Mercedes. Read that one for me. All right. So, Sydney's essay has 583 words. What does that mean? That's her what? That's a total. Okay. So, Sydney has a total of 583 words. Every line is worth 11 words. So, how many lines is the essay? Okay. So, what will we do here? Divide. All right. We want to know how many 11 lines can we get from 583 words? How many 11s are in 58? 5. Subtract 55. How many 11s are in 33? 3. So her essay is 53 lines long. Okay, 53 lines. All right, number 4. Maya.
A box measures
6 centimeters.
2 centimeters wide and 4 centimeters high. What is the volume of the box?
Okay, we're looking for the volume of the box. How do we find volume? Volume equals what? The length, the height, and the width. So we are going to multiply 6 times 2 times 4, which is 48 centimeters cubed. Thank you, baby. Cubed because we have centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. So that's centimeters cubed to the 3rd power because we have 3 of them. Okay, 48 centimeters cubed. Okay, has to have the cube with it. All right. Ariel, read number 5. Number 5. The last.
There are 16
10 and a half. All right, so 1 pound is how many ounces? 16. How many of these do we need? 10 of them. So 16 times 10 is what? 160. Now we got a half of a pound. Okay, so that's 16 times a half, which is what? 8. So 160 plus 8 is 168 ounces. That's the answer to number 5. 168 ounces. Okay. How you get 150?
I had messed up on like the I had did the I only had 5 pounds to 60.
5 pounds to 60. Okay, tell me where y'all get 60 from. Because I see a lot of people that got 60. Where's the 60 coming from? Go spit that out. And whoever whistling, please stop. Is that you, Zion?
No, that's me.
Well, stop. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, a lot of people got 60 for that answer. How y'all get 60? Where y'all get 60 from?
6 off the 16. I was just add plus 10.
So you just did 6 times 10. But why not the whole 16 times 10? Open the door for Miss Henderson.
Because I was like,
I got it right.
Make me see what you wrote for number 45.
1.5.
I had 2 wrong. I had 2 right.
This is number 4, and that's number 5.
Okay.
Braylon, be quiet. Braylon, be quiet. Just be quiet. Why are you? Just stop. It doesn't matter. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're not gonna do anything about it. She's not gonna be able to do anything about it. That's when the bell's supposed to ring.
You multiplied that, right?
Which one?
Number 4.
Volume, length times width times height.
Okay.
So that's 6 times 2 times 4.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. All right, does anybody have any questions? Remember, we'll do these Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Friday, you will have your test. So if you are still not getting at least 4 right, because it's going to take you 4 of them to pass it, you need to get 4 questions right. If you're not getting 4 questions right, then you need to figure out what's going wrong that you can't get the questions right. So don't sit there and act like you getting them all right, because you are not. So you need to be asking me questions to try to figure out what you are doing wrong so that you can make an 80 when the test comes on Friday. Okay.
Like for number 1, if someone will be in like parentheses, so I like go just like do for like the first one.
Okay. If it says like let me show you. Let me show you what someone would look like if you have to put those in parentheses. Let's look at this one. The difference of 18 and 12 times 6. You see difference? I spelled it wrong. Good. That's a subtraction word, right? So when you see difference, what are you going to automatically do? Subtract. So you are going to subtract what? 18 and 12. So we're going to put that in parentheses. 18 minus 12. And then what are we going to do? Multiply that by 6. So if you have an operation first, you do that operation, then do whatever's next. Like that one, the quotient of 10 and 2, you do that first, then you add 3. All right. So 18 take away 12 is 6, and 6 times 6 is 36. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make sure you do what that first operation is.
Whatever the answer is for the ones that's in the quotient, you just add the times 6.
Yes. Whatever this is. After you find the difference of the two numbers that they gave you, then you just multiply by 6. Okay. So that's how you will know, Jacory, which one you do first. Okay? Because it'll kind of tell you. You'll kind of see it. Because what did y'all do to get 23? I don't know. Y'all did 10 times. Okay, maybe y'all didn't think quotient meant divide. So maybe some of y'all did 10 times 2 plus 3. But remember when we did, if you look at your keywords from yesterday, quotient was under division. Product is under multiplication. So when you see times, multiply, product, of, all that means multiply. Everything else, that's division. Anybody else have a question about the problems on the board? Gabriel, go over to Miss Henderson's room and ask her, does any of her kids have a question they want me to address about something? Angelo, you need to finish right. It's not gonna stay up there.
She said she heard you. She said she heard you.
Stop. Mr. Turner. Anybody have any questions? All right. All right, so we're going to move on then. We're going to look at
We got it. This board is really good.
what about this? I'm going to give you your papers back from yesterday so you can finish the pre-test. I'm going to time it's 25 minutes. After the 25 minutes is up, you will turn your paper in, and then we'll move on and do something else.
What did we do?
Then I'll look at it and see, okay? Because I want you to make sure that you have here. All right. Ladarian. Ladarian. You supposed to be okay. Who sent you?
No.
Huh? What's your name? Playing what? Why did they send you over here? Yeah, just sit right there for the time. Stand up. Mercedes. Maya. Sierra. Maya. Samaya. Thomas Hart. Amy. Thomas Lewis. And y'all. Demetrius. Raylan, Ariel, Deshaun, Jacorian, Romello,
What did he do? He did.
D'Angelo,
It came on camera. He nasty, that little trick. He was tripping hard.
Jarvis, Shatavia,
This boy did
Rihanna.
on camera.
Gabe,
He did this on camera. It's dangerous, huh? It's like a piece. It's yellow.
We
got food.
Is that everybody? Raise your hand if you do not have a paper. No, you work it out on the paper. All right, so I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock because you all have your paper now. After the 25 minutes, I'll take the papers up and I will grade them. All right, get started. I shouldn't hear any talk. Jacorian, I want you to sit at the table because you and Tom's not going to be right at that desk.
Clarence is supposed to be over here.
He said he in my homeroom.
No. Is he on your homeroom?
No.
Get on over here, Clarence. Wrong class.
So he hasn't been here?
Yes, he has. He comes to me. He's up and down, but he's been here. Come on over here.
All right, I need put my pencil back on that. It's okay. Because you'll have to get it this afternoon. You're gonna come back, right? Where you gonna be?
He gonna have to come back. The local police gonna have to come back.
You gotta come back with that class.
Ooh, here's I don't know. Come on. Which one?
One person can't get that in another country. So equally means everybody gets the same thing.
No.
How do you find
On this side.
right?
Stop cutting my stuff. It did cut.
And this is time.
No boy. Rich number.
Wait a minute, why all of a sudden is everybody talking? Stanley, I know you're not turned around talking when you have something in front of me to do. That means everybody has the same amount. When you share something equally, what is that? We talked about that word yesterday. Huh? When you share something equally, what are you doing? What about it? It's 3 of them. It's 25,000. Where you get 500? Where you get 500? Where's 5? What 5 is it? That's 500. And then anyway, you gotta do this 10 to the 50 power. Back when you don't. To be able to share equally means to divide. When you share something equally, you divide. Okay, it may be a fraction, but you still can do it, okay? It may be, your answer may come back to a fraction, but. How much wider? What is how much wider? If my living room is this long, your living room that long, I'm asking you how much longer is mine than yours? What are you doing?
Subtract.
Like if you 5 feet or 4 feet, how much taller are you? Wouldn't that be subtract? And how do you find it?
You did too. Now. God, you know long. Go and put on socks. Go and put on socks. Who's that?
This is the deal. You are not supposed to be talking, Mr. Frazier.
Stop. Hey.
You should just let it like this is a fact. And that's 10 to the 5th power. You got the 10 to the 5th power. Before you get multiplied by oh, you go, Maya. I think this is what we're talking about. Can they make
No. Keep playing. Keep playing. Have a do for keep playing. Have a do.
there, right here, just like the first.
Talking to friends. Good Lord. You can. Oh, what? Good Lord.
There's no rush.
What is that on that list? Why do y'all have hand sanitizer? Why? Who got hand sanitizer? Don't take it out again. I told you to go.
Yeah. All the way up.
Sit down, next. Put all that up. Oh, put that up. There's something for you to do.
Okay.
When I tell you about that drawing, Sierra, yes, ma'am. Make sure you get finished with your test first. I'm going to come around and start checking your test paper. So make sure you finish with the test before you. If you did the right way. Put that up, Tom. This is what you do after you finish your test paper. Right.
Oh, that's easy. That's weird. Look on wall.
All right, so I shouldn't hear any talk. If I catch you talking, it's going to be a strike. You will stay in with me today for recess. Huh? You did. You worked on one. I don't know what you did. Mr. Frank, I mean, deal with what you're talking about.
please excuse the announcement. Just as a reminder for activity, today is O Day. You will go to your O Day activity class.
Keyboard. It's so easy. That's so easy. Keyboard. She's feeling. No. No.
Like the card, the black card. Did you get out there and you get out the postmark paper? Well, I'm just gonna keep my student information sheet for my class.
It's going.
Just like we did number 5 on board. You should put on your face. So it goes with the paper.
52.
Did you give me this bag yesterday? Okay, cover it and put your name on the line. There you go. Did you get a folder yesterday? Did I give you mine? All right, so this goes in front of you.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh. I'm checking.
Done.
Yeah, that's what I think they're done. So I'm checking to the man.
She saw you. She right there.
So just give me that picture. I can check what they got. All right, Amy, could you take those papers for me? More than likely, if you know it, then you've already done.
No.
You only have 6 more minutes.
Come on, get the homo. Do it. Let it go. I see it. What do you mean? We can see your head. You can see it. I know. Put up higher. It's still like. Alright. Flip you off. Don't. Here, Amy. Here, Amy, your paper. I gave him sorry. I gave him. Don't get Amy the paper. Run. You got her paper, Amy. She needs a paper. This shit. Angelo. She's so I can't spur. Oh, there's she goes. I got you last time.
All right, boys and girls, Amy should have your paper. We're going to get ready to go to the restroom. When we come back to the restroom, then we are going to go over your
Can't you? I got you last time. This hard. I want to fix it. I ain't do nothing. He doesn't. trying to live. Oh. 2 times 4. I already know. Oh. What's wrong with scaffolding? They don't need one.
Let's go my calculator.
100 below. Which one? To go? This. Huh? Mine. Somebody is right there. Like this.
All right, girls line up for the red zone.
Here's your phone.
Girls line up for the red zone.
Yeet. What I do, bro?
All right, then let me get the boys line up for the red zone.
Charge over your head.
All right, make my line to the hallway. You know where you're supposed to be standing. First 3 girls, first 3 boys. Let's go.
Oh, come here.
They're watching you. Where they go? You put me in my eye.
All right.
You put me in my eye. My what? Tackle.
All right, everybody has something to work on. You have a multiplication sheet on your desk. Go ahead and get that pen. I'm almost done grading your paper, and then we will go over those correct answers. I'm just about to and then we're gonna go over the correct answers.
So soon as the other person, you want them to look at it. Remember, I told you that everything.
Ain't no mine, did you?
Okay, so what you want to do?
Let them finish the test and then we'll bill. That way we'll get a chance, at least we can see what they did.
You get it one there. Oh, for real. Stop playing. Pop me. They went up fast.
Maya, get the next Chromebook out that top row and give it to Mr. Paul.
Just gonna hit you. He come here trying to hit on people. They can hear me. Ew. D'Angelo. Oh. This is hard. Oh. You got a whole freaking calculator in there. You know, but this hard. This part, I'm not no cheater. Like, I wish you would. I'm gonna stab you with the cook. That's your brother. There you go. Area. No. No. It is. It's on the board. See? That could be me. That's hard. Oh, it's not. What's wrong with that food? Prayer calls.
swear for God, y'all put that kid on my head. Stop playing. The pin gonna get break. Keep on playing. The pin gonna get broke. Hey, but y'all keep on playing.
Yeah, it was my mom.
Oh, it's go quick.
That box is not bothering you. Corey, I said sit at that table. I do not want you in that group, son. Hey, take these, Miss Henry. When I call your name, who gets your paper?
Whoa. Oh, mine.
You know, right?
Don't
Miss
need call.
Henry, right there. At 257.
I wasn't done.
Demetri. Maya.
I need 3 more.
Shamaya.
Why are you jumping like
John.
Take a seat. Take a seat. They can see you bring that back.
Carmelo.
No. You can tell me it was you. She knows.
Brianna.
It's on the board.
I know we seen it.
Oh, so it was
Amy.
Oh, yep, right there.
Thomas.
So this low. You came. You came. Remember yesterday? She came in here a couple of minutes.
Mercedes.
Yeah, because she said they took it out.
Watch when she go back. See, that ain't true. After she go back.
Ariel.
Yeah, no, throw a pin. I'm telling.
D'Angelo.
Kingdom.
Kenneth.
What I tell you?
Jarvis. Victoria.
I got 4 lines.
Shaven.
And I knew I had to write everything.
Ladarian.
4 lines, 4 lines.
No, I got more.
I got 4 lines.
I got 3 right.
I got 4 lines, 4 lines. All right. Peanut. You got 5 lines. 4 lines. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, Oh, I see it.
Fuck you, bad.
Yeah, go. I'm stuck. Stop. You get.
All right. We are going to go over the correct answers.
Oh.
You need to make sure you correct your paper. So that can be something you can study by. I'm going to take those back up so I can keep record of it. Okay, some of you are not trying to work the problems out. I'm ready, Miss Henry. Yeah, I'm ready.
Do they got it on the board?
I'm ready.
You like that? Play too much.
All right, I want you paying attention to your sheet that I just gave you back. I do not want you working on the multiplication paper, so you put the multiplication paper back up. The only thing I want you looking at is the only thing that I want you looking at is your the envelope. Get up a second. Like this is gonna be in that book. And then y'all just don't touch it. So they can see it. You're not in it. So just stay right there. All right, the first question says, Thomas has 1.5 gallons of milk. How many cups of milk does, that's supposed to be he has? Okay, 1 gallon is 16 cups, right? All right, so. Okay, 1 gallon is 16 cups, right? 2 gallons will be how many cups?
18.
No. 2 gallons is how much?
32.
32 cups.
Older girl, smaller.
All right, but what do we want to know? How much is what? 1.5, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means 1.5 has to be in between 16 and 32, right? So if 1 gallon is 16, a half of a gallon is what? What's a
24.
8? If 1 gallon is 16, listen to my question. 1 gallon is 16. If I take half of that, that would be 8, right? So 1.5 gallons is how many cups?
8.
No, 1.5. 24. So that's the answer to number 1, 24 cups. 1 whole gallon is 16. 1 whole gallon, that's 16. A half of a gallon is 8, right? So 16 plus 8 is 24. Number 2.
So what?
Yes.
Oh, I'm good.
So why what? Go ahead and ask your question.
I'm good.
What did you get for that?
I ain't getting nothing. I think that's something.
Okay. What you get, Ken?
Me?
Nothing. Tell me why. Do you know what 1.5 means?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 1 means the whole thing. A half means part of the same thing. Okay. So 1 whole gallon would have been 16. If I took half of another gallon, I'm only going to get 8 because 8 plus 8 equals 16, right? So I don't want another whole one. I just want a half of it. So 1.5, or you could have actually said 16 times 3/2, because 1.5 is 3/2, right? 1 1/2. That's 2 times 1 plus 1. That's 3/2. So that would be 48 divided by 2, which would be 24. You could have done it that way also. 16 times 1.5. All right, number 2. Nicholas stacks 2 layers of 4-unit cubes to fill a small box. How many cubes are in the box?
8.
So if I got 2 layers of 4, what do I have?
2 times 8.
2 times 8, which is 8 cubes. So what is my volume?
8.
8 cubic units.
Miss Thomas, I got 8. Anyone need 8? I got 8.
I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I didn't. It was two questions. It says how many cubes are in the box, and then what is the volume of the box? All right. The volume of a rectangular prism is 48 cubic meters. Okay, so this is volume. Volume equals length times width times height. What did they tell us our volume was?
48.
48, right? What did they tell us our length was?
2,
2. No?
3.
What did they tell us our width was?
2.
No, nothing. We don't know.
You're gonna go explain that to them on my board so they can actually see you.
What?
Number 2, the one you're working on, because they don't understand how you just got 8.
Talking about the 8 cubes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 2. I didn't ask you anything.
Oh, you go.
Everybody's still behaving. Ooh.
You need to stop playing all the time.
You need to play all the time.
Stop doing pig. He ain't gonna do it. Stop. This is Candy, Angelo. Nope. Nope. I'm not gonna get in trouble with you. Huh?
Get quiet in here, because we can hear your noise over there.
So they can see. Can y'all stop playing? Put those pencils down or write on your paper and quit holding them up with your lips. I told you I can't deal with that kind of stuff. I'm going over it. You don't have it right, so you need to write it down. If you don't understand something, why would you sit there and play? Demetrius, turn your desk around so you can see the board. Give me that.
It's upside down.
What?
The laptop. It's like showing us upside down.
This is upside down? How? Now go look at it and see.
He's showing.
They said it's better.
Okay. All right. So volume is length times width times height.
Volume equals length.
All right.
times-
And we said that the volume was what?
the total.
Which is the total. So what is the volume?
48.
48. Okay. What did we say the length was?
33 meters.
3. What was the width? We don't know. What was the height?
2.
Now, looking at that problem, what do you know what we can do?
Multiply.
Multiply 3 times 2, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And then you divide.
Right? So 6 times something, that's the width, is 48. How can we do that?
Divide 48.
48 divided by 6 is
8.
8, which equals the width, because 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay? So 3 times 2 times what is 48?
3 times 2 times 8.
It's 48.
Mhm. Okay, so that would be that answer. All right. Number 4 says Mansour uses the shorthand form to multiply decimals and products of 10. What is the product of? All right, so 5/10 times 10 to the 5th power. Now, what is 10 to the 5th power equal?
50.
No,
No. 500.
no.
500.
So it would be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which would be 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Right? So you would have to multiply 5/10 times 100,000.
500,000.
So 100,000 times 5/10. That's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5. How many numbers should be behind the decimal?
2.
5.
1. Just 1. There's only one. This is the only number that's behind the decimal. So my answer to the first one is 50,000. Okay, 50,000. Because 10 to the 5th power is 100,000. 100,000 times 5/10 is 50,000. Now, when they say shorthand form, all that means is to move a decimal. Okay, so let's just say I just took this decimal and moved it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add my zeros in here. That is 50,000. Okay, because I'm taking my decimal from here and I'm moving it to here, right? So if a decimal is at the end of a number, it is a whole number. Okay, that's what it means by shorthand form. All I'm going to do, whatever this number is, I'm gonna move this decimal that many times. That's it. That's what shorthand means, moving a decimal. Or the long way is to multiply it out. You still gonna get the same answer. Yes, sir. Huh? Yeah. So you can't get the whole thing because you didn't get both of them right. All right. Then the second one says, The second one says 500 times 10 to the 5th. That means I'm going to take this decimal and move it how many times? 5 times to the right. Because anytime you multiply, you are getting bigger. So my number needs to get bigger. Okay? So I'm going to move it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I going to add in the zeros, right? Okay, so what number is that? What number is this right here?
5,000.
5,000. So this is the answer to the second one. That's the answer to the first one. 50,000 and 5,000. I told you, if you have it wrong, what are you supposed to be doing, baby? Changing your answer so you won't keep the wrong answer on your paper. Why would you want the wrong answer when I'm giving you all the right answers? Thomas, wake up and write the correct answers on your paper now. This one right here, see you got that one wrong. You don't need 5 of those. You only needed 1.5 of one. See, you got 5. You only need 1 circle and half of another circle, which would be 8. So that's 16 and 8, which is 24. You don't need the rest of it. Okay, everybody have those. All right. So we're gonna turn to the next page. All right, it says, what decimal represents 6 times 1,000? What's 6 times 1,000?
6,000.
Plus, what is 2 times 10?
20.
Plus 3 times 1/10?
30.
3/10. Plus 5 times 1,000? 5,000. Now, these are whole numbers, right? These are fractions or decimals. So I'm going to put a dot when I talk about my decimals. Everything else, my whole numbers go in the front. So 6,000 plus 20 is what? 6,020. All right. 3/10. How do you write 3/10?
Decimal.
Decimal point? 3.
And then 0, 5.
How do you write 5,000?
0,
5, right? Well, there's already a 3 here, so I put my 0 here and my 5 there.
I got that right.
Okay, so 3/10, no hundreds, 5,000. It's B.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, that's the answer to number 4 or 5.
5, 6, 5.
All right. The next one says, Emily's living room is 9 5/6 feet wide. Jason's living room is 7 1/3 feet wide. How much wider is Emily's living room than Jason's living room? What am I asking you to do? Subtract. If I want to know how much wider something is than something else, that's just a subtraction problem. Okay? So 9 5/6 minus 7 1/3. Okay, what's my common denominator?
Common denominator is
Between 6 and 3.
6.
I could use 18, but what's smaller than 18? 6. I could use 12, but 6 is the smallest. You always want to use the smallest number so you don't have to reduce. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 3 times what is 6? 3 times 2.
2.
So 1 times 2 is 2. That's how I got that one at the bottom.
Then,
Okay. And then 6
6
times what?
1.
6 times 1 is
Then
6.
5 times 1.
Good. So now all I gotta do is subtract.
No.
Okay. 9 take away 7.
5.
2. 5 take away 2.
3.
And 6 is my denominator.
2, 3, 6.
2 and 3 6 is the same thing as 2 1/2. Because 3 6 is a half.
Oh, yeah.
2 and 3 6.
Oh, separate means in color.
Let me see. I look at it. Put in that bucket. All right. All right. The next one says 5 friends are equally sharing 3 packs of football cards. How much of a pack will each friend get? How many packs of football cards is it?
3.
3. How many friends gonna share it?
5.
5. That's the answer. They're gonna get 3/5 of a pack. That's it.
I put 3. 5.
You always put what you're gonna share. How many people gonna share the 3? 5 people gonna share the 3. Not 3 people sharing the 5. This 3 packs are gonna sit down there. It's 3 packs of gum. And 5 people are gonna share this gum. I mean, football cards. So it's 3/5 of a pack. That's the answer. Yeah, 3/5. 3 packs shared by 5 people. That's 3/5. Now think about this. If 5 friends get 3/5 of a pack, right? This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Divided by 5. You see, that's 3 packs. So each friend gets 3/5 of a pack. That's how I check mine. If every friend gets 3/5 of a pack, I'm gonna have 3 packs.
So you said
Right? If y'all said the friends got 5/3 of a pack, that's 15/3. That's 5 packs. So that wouldn't work. That's too much. Okay, so you got to get 3/5 of a pack. That means you're gonna get a small amount of cards, not much, not a whole pack, because it's not enough. All right. What is the area of a paper strip with the width of 1/3 and the length of 1/6? How do you find area? Area equals what? Length times width. What is the length? What is 1/6? What is the width?
1/3.
1/3. That's 1/18. Yards squared. 1/18 yards squared. If you multiply 6 by a factor less than 1, will the product be less than 6?
Yes.
Yes. So if I did 6 times 0, I'm gonna get 0. What's another number that's less than 6? Oh, wait. No, it's got to be less than 1. What's another number that's less than 1? Another number that's less than 1. Another number that's less than 1? What about a half? Is that less than 1?
Yeah.
Yes. What's 6 times a half? You touch that box. One more time. What's 6 times a half?
6 over 12.
That's 6 over 2, which is what? What's 6 divided by 2?
3.
3. 6 times a half, that's just like 6 over 1 times 1 over 2. That's 6 divided by 2, which is 3. That's how you do it, okay? I could do 6 times 3/5. That's also less than 1. Any fraction is less than 1. I know 0 is less than 1, but it's a whole bunch of numbers less than 1 besides 0. That's 18/5, which is 3 3/5. That's less than 6. So any number less than 6 is going to make your answer less than 6. Any number greater than 6 is going to make your answer greater than 6. I mean, greater than 1. Okay. Huh? I was just giving you examples. The answer is yes. And I was giving you the example so I can show you how those are less than 6. How your answer will be less than 6.
I did get this.
All right, the last one. Write a numerical expression to represent 2 times. When I say 2 times, what am I saying?
Multiply.
Multiply by 2. So 2 times the difference of 8 and 1. So that's 2 times 7, which is 14. Okay, turn around. Okay, 2 times 8, because it says 2 times the difference. So I got 2 different operations. So one of them needs to be in parentheses. The difference needs to be in parentheses. I'm going to do that first. Then I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay. Now, all of these are, like I said, 5th grade standards. Right? So, in order to be successful in 6th grade, you're going to have to get... Can you please put... I don't care. Put it down. No, put it in that book bag. You keep wanting to play with a pencil. What are you thinking about? Nothing? Why? Do you not like math? Huh? Tell the truth. But what? You don't understand it. You sure you understand? Huh? Because every time I'm working on the board, you're not writing down what I'm writing down. Y'all doing other stuff. So why are y'all doing other stuff? Huh? Kenny, why are you talking and I'm talking? You don't want to listen. That's why you have so many problems on that basketball court, because you do not want to listen to nobody. You want to do your own thing. How are you going to be good at something when somebody's trying to teach you what to do, you talking to somebody else? How are you going to be good? Huh? Can you be good that way? Can you be great that way? You can be great that way? So you don't have to listen to what's going on. You're going to be great anyway. No, it doesn't work that way, son. The people that go to the NFL, the people that go to the NBA, they listen. They work hard. They listen to their coaches. They practice hard. So when it's time for the game, they know what to do. Isn't that right, Thomas? If you go to practice and you don't listen to the coach, how are you going to have a good game? Impossible. Why do you think they trade people in the NFL? Why do you think they trade these professional players? Why they trade them? Huh? Not because they good. They're not good for their what? For their team. You got to go somewhere else because you're not working with my program. That's why they trade people. Why do you think LeBron want to go somewhere else? Because he want to win. He can't win by himself. So what does he do? He get people around him that can help him so he can win. Right? He don't want to stay on the Cavaliers because he keep losing to Golden State. That's why he want to move. Football players get traded all the time because you're not working for my team anymore. It's not working out. That's right. And if you on a team, you cannot work for yourself. You got to work for the greater good. You got to work for the whole team. You just can't do it by yourself. So if I got one person in this classroom who don't want to be part of the team, that one person got to go. You can't be on my team if you're not going to do what I asked you to do. I can trade you off to somebody else. Maybe you'll work better for them. But if I'm going to come in here every day and I'm going to come to this board and I'm going to explain what it is I'm supposed to do, you are going to sit there and you are going to listen and you are going to do like I asked you to do. Other than that, find another team. I won't be mad. Find somewhere where you can go and be great. I want you to be great. If you don't feel like you can do it in here, you have to go find it somewhere else. Because I need everybody on my team doing what I need them to do so that we can win. How do you win? To make good grades. Who wants to fail all the time? Do you want an F? Do you want me to give you an F? How many people got 8 problems right on this paper? How many people got 8 check marks? Raise your hand. How many people got 7 check marks on this paper? Raise your hand. So if you didn't get a 70, you didn't get an 80, a 90, or 100, what did you do? Did you win? No. What did you do? You lost. You failed. So how can you talk when I'm talking if you failed? Does that work, Mr. Dillard? Do you want to be great? Do you want to fail the next time? No. So what do you have to do? Pay attention. Besides paying attention, what else do you have to do? Huh? You got to work hard. People that make money, you think they sit there and just do nothing? You think money just fall out the sky in their bank account? They work hard for it. Nobody's going to give you anything. I'm not going to give you a grade. You are going to earn that grade. So whatever grade you earn, that's the grade that you get. I don't give anything. I give you an understanding, but that's it. I'm not going to give you a grade. I'm not going to give you extra credit. I'm not going to give you a pack of work, and if you give it back, you get 100. I don't operate like that. So this is the first week of school. the end of the first week of school. You have been with me for 4 days. And I hope you understand what kind of person I am, because I don't change. I'm like this all the time. I told you the first day of school, you're going to come in here and do what, Amy? You was here. What I tell your parents? You are going to work. We don't play in here. The only time we can play in here is if y'all show me that y'all know how to do the work. Then we can play. Other than that, you're going to work. You're going to learn these multiplication facts that you don't know. You're going to learn how to divide. You are going to learn how to multiply. How are you going to learn it? Because you're going to do it every day. I don't want any excuses in this classroom. There's no excuses. What are you going to excuse yourself to do? You better understand now you live in a world that changes. Wake up, Miss Magruder. The world changes. You're going to have to keep up with it. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you and give you anything. You're going to have to work for it. If you don't want to work for it, you're going to get pulled on by the wayside somewhere. Nobody's going to want to deal with you because you want somebody to just give you something. It doesn't work that way. Huh? So if you want to be great in here, Ariel, you're going to have to do what? You're going to have to work. You understand that, Kenny? What are you going to have to do to be great in this classroom? You're going to have to work. Thomas, how many checks did you get right? You got more than 3? No? You think you can do better than that? I think so too. Stanley, how many checks did you get? Huh? 3. Are you better than that, Stanley? Yes. Zion, how many did you get right? 3. How many did you get? 6. A little bit better. But what you're going to have to stop coming in here doing? Huh? Uh-huh. Anybody get more than 6? Wait, did anybody else get 6? Amy got 6? You got 6? That's it? That's it? That's everybody that got 6? All right, at least 6 is what? Passing, right? Got 6 correct. Good job. Give me a high 5. Okay, no, you can't eat. You got your 6? High 5. Now, you gonna do better? Tell me, how are you going to do better? You gonna work, or you gonna work hard? You're gonna work hard. So the next time you get what? All of it right. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't get it this time, but you're gonna get it next time, right, Sierra? Because you're gonna ask me some questions when you don't understand. Okay? All right, everybody stand up. Thomas, you got some good air in your lungs?
I do. Can I?
Some good air? Real good air? Okay, blow this up for me. is what we're gonna do now. All right, now. That's good. Ain't tired? Good. All right, now. Everybody got to work together in order for us to
Pop the balloon.
know.
In the air.
Everybody to keep it in the air. Everybody got to work together to keep it in the air, right? So if everybody got to keep it in the air, we got to get what?
Teamwork.
Got to do teamwork. Can we be all spread out? No, everybody got to work together, right? All right. So. All right. So we gotta keep it in the air. Gotta keep it in the circle. Can't let it go out the circle. Right? Okay. Now, what's wrong with him? He got that pencil, so he's gonna pop the balloon. Okay. All right. Ready? Gotta keep it in the air. Can't let it fall. Can't let it fall. Alright, Thomas. Alright. So this time we're gonna do it a little bit different because that didn't do much work, right? We was trying to work together, but it didn't work. So we're gonna have to re-strategize. Okay?
Stop playing.
Okay, we got 4 minutes.
I'll be doing this.
All right, so this is what I want you to do now. This time I want you to get into your group and see if we can do it a little bit better. So let me get the people that were here, and Thomas and Jacory. The people that were here, Thomas and Jacory. Everybody else kind of move. All right.
So move.
Come on, the people that were here, y'all gonna get right here and see if y'all can keep it along in the air. Move back. It's not you. Y'all, all right, y'all good? Go back a little bit.
Say go back.
They not in it yet. Just y'all.
So we gotta.
Y'all right here. Y'all gonna. Now everybody else needs to watch. Excuse me, so you can. You ready?
Don't hit it.
Yeah, just give it. We're gonna break it down so people can get back up.
Stop playing, D'Angelo.
Oh, look at D'Angelo and Campbell.
Hey. Campbell, stop playing, bro. You just said.
All right, now. All right, so what you gotta do is you gotta keep it up. You're gonna hold hands.
Oh no!
Look, you a team. All right, all right.
They hold hands.
You gotta keep it up. Hey, you gotta keep it in. Now, you gotta keep your hands connected. Don't let it get right. Come on, you gotta touch. You cannot. Can't let go. Move back. It ain't. Come on, big group back here. Y'all group right here. All right, y'all ready? Come on, Mike. Come on, y'all ready? It'll just be four of y'all. Okay? Can't let go. Let go of your hand, you lose. Come on. Come on. Stay, Mercedes. You ready? Get that boy hand. Down. Ready? Gotta keep it in. Gotta work together. See? It's out. Alright? It's out. Alright? Let me get this group. Come on. This group. This group. Come on, y'all. Stand in the middle right here. You don't have a choice. Let's go. Ready? Come on. Come on, Mr. Fraser. That's your group. Come on. Ready? Hang your phone. Come on. Ready? You gotta hold your hand. Get your hand on your pocket here. Come on. You ready? Come on. Hold the hand. You not. Stop, George. You're not playing, man. It's not your group. Come on. Yeah, just hold his wrist. Fine. Hold his wrist. Hand, something. Let's go. Y'all already out. See, y'all. Come on. Come on, Brad. Get in. You ready? Come on. Come on. Ready? Let's go. See, y'all already let the thing out. Come on. Back there. Come on.
Stop with me, girl.
Come on.
Big green body head tail.
You in the camera.
E.T.
Hurry up. Keep it up.
She got 1 like.
Come on.
She got 0 likes.
No, you're not hitting.
She lie.
She been live for 2 hours.
Darion. Leave me alone.
Okay, yeah. Let them keep it in there.
Oh my God, Roman.
They'll probably be the one that keep it in the longest.
Nobody going out.
She finna pop.
Gotta work together. Long as they're working together. Can't hold, can't let go of your hand. Alright, have a seat. No, that group won. They kept it in the air longer. That's as cool as he ready.
He's too long.
Stay in there.
He's too long. She said he's like a stick. You want to say
Alright. I need your papers. Don't take your papers. Alright. I need your papers. Alright, y'all wind up. Make sure I get the paper. Okay, y'all have a good weekend. Come back
Thomas.
Table back down the table.
Did she allow people? I mean, yeah. You're still on.
Maya is seeing.
Hey, you moving quiet.
Hold on, baby. Let me find.
Don't worry.
Put this back where it was. Keep it where it was. Whose paper is this? All right, if you left your papers yesterday, make sure you put those in your folder since you got your binders today. Come sit right here, Mr. Wall. Right here. Yes. My 25 cents. Everybody else got my 25 cents from yesterday. You know who you are if you got a folder. I mean, a notebook. Alright, I'm going to give you your papers back from yesterday. You did get a chance to finish your pre-test, and I need you to finish that before we go over it.